Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be picking out my July TBR, and we are using a TBR prompt jar. I think I have used this jar 3 times before for 3 other monthly TBR videos, and we are winding down on the prompts, but I still have enough for the month of July. I'm going to pick out 6 books. Over the past couple of months, I have found that 6 books is the perfect number to put on my monthly TBR. This allows me to still have room for other books that come up, room to mood read, things like that, and there's also a good chance that if I pick out 6 books, I will fully accomplish the TBR because I usually read like 8 to 12 books a month, anywhere in that range. So 6 is a very doable number. I will say I think I've only accomplished it once. Lots of times I read like 4 out of 6, but I still like to have a general idea of what I'll be reading for the month and kind of a little bit of an inspiration pile, a smaller pile that I can choose from when I need to pick out my next read. I feel like it just helps keep me focused. I don't know if that makes any sense. And it also, of course, helps me get through my physical TBR. And for this month, we actually have a lot of books to pick from. We have this whole top shelf, which is mostly a summer haul I just did. I bought 10 new summer books that I want to read this summer, and I posted a video of that if you're interested in all of the books. And then on this second shelf, we have 2 rows, so this back row and then these books up here. The back row of books is kind of the books that I'm less likely to pick, and I don't know, I'm not really that interested in reading in the month of July. Like, I can pick from them if I need to, and the prompt only works with one of those, but I really want to be picking from my summer haul mostly. And then these books up here I'm more interested in than these. So that is what we are looking at. I think that's all I need to say before we just go ahead and pick the books. I'm so excited to be filming this video again because last month I decided to use a different method for picking out my TBR, and it worked and it was fun and it was a nice change, but I definitely missed this. There's something about the prompts that is just, I don't know, it's so fun. So let's go ahead and pick the first one. Okay. A fast read. Okay, I love that. That is perfect. I feel like I got a lot of fast reads in my summer book haul. Honestly, the theme of a lot of summer books is quick, easy, fast beach reads, so I can definitely choose one of those for this prompt. And actually, before we move any further, there are 2 books that I will be reading this week, still in June, that I'm gonna take off of this because I'm not gonna be reading them in July, I'm gonna be reading them in June. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those off now before I pick any of these books. And those books are Heartstopper and Everything I Know About Love, which is a graphic novel and a memoir, and these are the 2 books that I will be reading in June this month. I'll probably be picking them up later this week, so this is a little sneak peek because they will also be in a reading vlog. Also, I'm sorry for the lighting change. The sun is going in and out, and that's just what happens with natural light, but the show must go on. Okay, so back to the prompt. It is picking a fast read. I'm thinking this, it looks pretty short. Oh, there's actually one book that is not on this cart. I put it over here to be with my other books by the same author on my main shelf. So let me grab that. That is Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. As you can see, it is very short. It will be a very fast read, most likely. And then also thrillers are usually fast reads for me. So I'm gonna go check out the summer themed mystery thrillers that I grabbed. So those are my Summer Darlings by May Cobb and Block Party by Jamie Day. And I'm actually thinking that although these are thrillers, they're looking kind of chunkier. So I'm probably not gonna choose them, but I'm gonna look at the page count. Okay, this one's like 370. This one is 350. So I don't think I'm gonna choose those. I think I'm gonna go with one of these. And Bad Summer People is, ooh, this is looking like it's gonna be it. Okay, Bad Summer People is 250 pages and it is classified as a thriller. I have heard some people say that it's not really a thriller, it's just like bad people doing bad things and following along with the drama. And this is definitely on my summer TBR. I really wanna read it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and choose this one. I know that this one would also be a fast read, but I feel like this will be even faster because it's short and it's thriller, so it's like a double whammy. So this is going to be the first book. Okay, moving right on to the second pick. Second prompt. One word in the title. Okay, let's see if we even have anything for this. This could be tricky. The Block Party, 7 Days in June, Winter in Paradise, A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting. Definitely not that. That is like 7 words. Yeah, none of these are 1 word. Mary Jane is 2. It's kind of close. Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, His and Hers, Frederick Bachman, Beartown. Beartown is the first option that could be it. which I don't really want to read this because it's fully a winter themed book, but let's keep looking. Okay, we have one other option, and that is Caraval. Caraval? I think it's Caraval, which is a YA fantasy, the start of a YA fantasy series this would be. I'm like a little intrigued in this, but I think it's gotta be Beartown. It's definitely gotta be Beartown just because I know so many people love this book, and I think that this is my type of book. Like, I've been loving books with more substance and like emotional and depth and more to them, and I think that that is exactly what Beartown is. It follows a junior hockey team and like kind of everyone surrounding the hockey team in a small town, and I think some traumatic event occurs. So I think it's gonna be very intense and like kind of a heavy read, but I do think it will be a read that I like, just not maybe in June, or July rather. So I'll put it on the list. I just don't know if I'm gonna read it in July because I don't know if I'll get the full effect if I read it in July. If you've read this book, let me know if you think I should just wait for next winter or not. But we are adding it to the TBR because it is the book that makes the most sense. It's honestly one of the only ones that makes sense, and I really do want to read it. So that is the second book on the July TBR. Okay, so for the third prompt, I'm sorry, my handwriting is literally awful, but it says, Cover You Love. That is another fabulous pick. I feel like it's kind of another free pick similar to Fast Read. And this is also great because a lot of these summer books I bought have stunning covers. Like, I love the bright colors of the summer covers. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick one I love. So I definitely love this cover, something about it. It just looks like classic, timeless summer. This is definitely a good contender. I'm also thinking these two. I really like these covers, but I think that I love this one more, so I'm just gonna go with it. That's all I really need to think about for this prompt. That was pretty easy. And Mary Jane is a literary fiction, believe. It follows a young girl. It's kind of like a coming of age story in the 1970s in Baltimore. And I've just heard really great things about this. A lot of people have commented on my videos that I should read this book. I also heard a podcast talking about this book and how incredible it was. And I'm just really excited for it. I feel like it has 5-star potential. I think it'll like deliver that literary fiction punch, you know, that impact that you get from a good story that's literary fiction, but in like a shorter, smaller, easier to read, beach read package, which just sounds like the best of both worlds for me. Because this is also like less than 300 pages, or 300 just about, so it's going on the TBR. Okay, so with that, we are halfway through. We have picked 3 books, and now we need to pick 3 more. A book hyped online. That should also be very easy. I feel like I could go with almost anything. Well, actually, a few of these are not hyped online. So like Block Party, I've never heard anything about. My Summer Darlings, I really haven't heard anything about. The Most Fun We Ever Had, I really haven't heard anything about. I think it's actually gonna be between these two that I had up for the last prompt. So Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren and This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. So I think I am gonna go with this one just because I've been seeing a lot of people love this book. It is Carly Fortune's new release, and also because Carly Fortune is a very popular, very hyped up author online, and I've never read one of her romance books before, and this is the one that I finally want to give her a chance with. So because she's a hyped up author and this is a hyped up book, I think it's perfect. So that is This Summer Will Be Different. I believe it is not a second chance romance. I don't know. I think it's a kind of, it says this summer they'll keep their promise, this summer they won't give in to temptation, this summer will be different. Okay, right. It is kind of a best friend's brother situation, so I think it's a little bit of a forbidden love. I also think it has flashbacks to when they were kids, so maybe a bit of childhood friends to lovers. I don't know. I'm kind of speaking out of nowhere right now, but I think it's gonna be good, and I'm excited. And that is actually the first romance on the TBR as well. I am very happy with how the TBR is shaping out so far. I feel like I've gotten a lot of these summer books that I want to read on there, so the prompts have been very favorable for me. So let's hope it continues with this 5th prompt. Number in the title. Okay, so I'm thinking there's no numbers up here. Nope, no numbers. So we have, I don't think I have any numbers. There is not a single book with a number in the title, unless I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. Okay, moving on. We're gonna pick another prompt. A book you meant to read last year. Ugh, I don't like this prompt. I do not like this prompt. Because if I meant to read it last year and I still haven't, it's probably because I don't want to read it. But let's see. Ugh, I really don't want to read like anything. So my best options for this are The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros and Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. I don't know if I meant to read these last year, but they are definitely books that I've had on my shelves since last year, so that probably fits the prompt the best. However, I don't really want to read either of these. Definitely not this one, like for sure not. I'm thinking maybe this one because it does give slightly summer vibes. It is a rom-com, it's a cute little romance, sexy, and I did like Tessa Bailey's first book, It Happened One Summer, so maybe I'll like her second book. Actually, the more I think about it, I'm just gonna add this book and I'm gonna try and read it because I always have been wondering if I actually like Tessa Bailey because I loved It Happened One Summer by her, like really loved, and now I feel like everyone on the internet kind of trashes that book now and says it's not good at all. And I'm just thinking, was I such a like not experienced reader back then that I thought it was so good? Have my tastes completely changed? Or do I still love her books? Would I still like her writing? So I guess I'll try to read this in July to answer that question once and for all. And I do like a good sexy romance, and Tessa Bailey writes really good ones. So why not? We'll add this one. Okay, and now for the final prompt. Okay, book from Reese's Book Club. This is going to take some research because I don't really know. I also don't know if I even have any options for this. Oh my gosh, this is actually perfect. So one of her picks, her April 24 pick, was The Most Fun We Ever Had by Claire Lombardo, which I just happen to have. So that is perfect. I'm gonna do a little bit more digging just to see if there are more options, but this would be perfect because I got this for my summer book haul, and who would have thunk? It's a Reese's Book Club pick. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, that is all I'm seeing. So I'm just gonna go with this. That is perfect, so convenient, and I'm actually really excited to read this book, and I think that putting it on my TBR will be a good way to get me to read it because it is a literary fiction family drama that I decided to get because I loved Hello Beautiful, and that is a literary fiction family drama, so I was like, I need to read more books like that, so that is what this is. And even though I loved Hello Beautiful, and I've been really loving really like impactful, deep, bigger fiction books recently, this still intimidates me. Just like looking at it, it's thick, it has small words, I know it's gonna be very dense and probably could be sad, like it's just very intimidating to me. So I always love to put it on my actual TBR to give me a little bit extra motivation to read it, and I am excited. So that is the 6th book for my July TBR. Okay, so that is my complete July TBR picked out. We have 6 books that I will be trying to read in the month of July. And I know I always say this, but I have a very good feeling for this month. I think I can do it. And a big reason for that is that I have another video planned. It's going to be a summer reading vlog where I want to read a bunch of summer books for you guys and kind of share my opinions and how good they are for summer beach reads, that kind of stuff. So a lot of these books will fit perfectly into that reading vlog, which will motivate me to read them. And then all in all, it's just a bunch of books that I definitely want to read. I've been eyeing for a long time, and they are at the top of my list. So I think that is all for me for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more book content. I'll see you in the next one.